Alright guys, welcome back to another video. This is another edition of the personal replay review. This time it's, again, me in a Minotauro. Personally, the Minnow is one of my favorite tanks in the game, honestly. And the setup that I normally run is turbo, vent, improved aiming. I prefer the improved aiming over the, what is it, basically the stabs for TDs, the modified, rotation mechanism, I think it is. I prefer it over that because the improved aiming I find better because the Minnow already has decent enough gun stats, and you know the 8-second interclip essentially means that you're fully aimed after you shoot. So I want to get into a position. The heavies I know I can really bully. The only thing I'm really scared of is that E3, because you know I wouldn't say an E3 is a direct counter to this, but fighting an E3 is not fun, even with 330 heat. And in regards to the ammo, the reason I have 2 HE clips is because, the Minnow has 130 millimeters of HE pen, and I'm just holding this, really just holding this angle to see if anything wants to drive into this corner here and sort of corner themselves to me. I'm also kind of haphazardly tapping out and checking on stuff in the background. So I was a little bit distracted at this time, not fully focused on the game, and that's fine. And I, miss out on our free shot on the turtle, which at the end of the day doesn't really matter. But again, reason I love this tank is because me just sitting here, there isn't anything they can really do. I love tanks that have a decent amount of armor that I find are fun to play. And I really find the Minnows fun to play because, you got a semi-rotating turret, you got gun depression, you got the funny turret armor that is really good against anything that's a non-high pen TD. And it's really, really good for, again, the 330 heat is kind of especially for a tank destroyer that only has 2100 HP. Like, a Type 5, I don't know if he has hardening or not, but I'm pretty sure a Type 5 with hardening, or a Type 4, sorry, with hardening, has nearly the same amount of HP as me, which is, But I'm coming over here because I want to cross because I see that Type 5 enter in this little building area here, and I'm turning my turret to the side and driving out in sort of side-scripting angle to see if I could spot that actual E3. And I don't really spot him, and I see he drives up to the 5120. So I can actually make the cross over here safely if I really wanted to, but I wanted to check to see if that turtle was actually not poking, and I see he isn't. First shot unfortunately goes low, but 8-second interclip will let me get another shot into this Type 5 as he crosses. Like so. And 590 from 530 is always nice, and what's great about, even 330 heat is you just butter pretty much everything that's 1 or 2 tiers lower than you, which is really, really nice. And, this turtle's trying to shoot at the non-existing cupola that I have, which, fun fact, this thing is pretty messed, but yeah, no, he was shooting for the wrong cupola. This cupola, it doesn't exist. That cupola is not real. Really, the only way you can really pen a Minnow's cupola is through the second sort of larger one in the back. That actually is considered pennable, really. And at this point, I've already fired all 5 shells, and I'm reloading. I can cross here safely because I still see that E3 is spotted, and there shouldn't really be anything over here. So I want to push in and pick up this Type 5 who made the mistake of trying to push up. Nice easy shot on the lower plate. And I see this XM, whatever, XM, choose to try and push up on the turtle. Or push up anyways. And I said, you know what, I'm gonna support him because it's, it's 2 tier 8s. I have no real trouble dealing with them. Missed a shot on the Arnie, and I see that the turtle is essentially left, but unfortunately the XM gets in my way and I'm not able to do a good shot. I could have aimed that better, I could have aimed at his superstructure, but I don't know. I could have aimed that shot better, but it's unfortunate the XM got in my way, and then that second one hits the wall instead of going where I aimed, because, aiming is cool. It's overrated anyways, but fortunately able to pick up that last shot on the kill, and then I see the E3. I want to get a shot or 2 on the E3 because he's the biggest threat. I see he fired HE at the Bizante for some reason, so I want to push around and help my XM out with the Arnie. Nice easy cupola shot, and the Arnie's dead. And then at this point I'm thinking I want to deal with the E3 because there is a haul down spot that he could go to, but I see he's pushing in haphazardly to try and kill the Bizante. which is actually a mistake on his part because gives me his lower plate. And I'm okay with taking a hit because again, I'm at full HP and I want to make sure he takes at least 1 or 2 shots for this because E3s unfortunately they don't have a lot of hit points, and him reversing like that gives me easy shot on his lower plate, takes him down to a one shot. I'm willing to take that trade to get their top tier tank destroyer down to a one shot for everything, for taking one shot for him. I don't really want to take another one because I still see that although we haven't lost zero line, those two leopards could still be decently high HP because they're leopards and they're inclined to stay a decent distance away and not take too many risks. And then I see this Barras get spotted. I don't really want to take any shots on him because it's such a narrow angle and the Minno's gun isn't really entirely accurate. Um, but at this point, I still want to deal with the E3 because he's obviously the biggest threat. Then I see the second leopard. I unfortunately, take a hit and get ammo rack, but pick up the kill on the E3, which is the important part. And then I see this leopard sort of driving to where the Barask is. And my thought process is, I can still shoot him before he gets entirely safe from the bushes, and there's still a decent distance that he has to go. And then the other leopard gets spotted up there. So I put a nice easy shot on the first leopard, and cool fact, if you guys didn't know, I think I explained this in an earlier video, but tank corpses, you could still spot through them. Although they're still physical cover, they're not like, this wall here where you can't spot stuff through the wall. You could spot stuff through tank corpses, which is really nice if, I don't know, for example, say this Udez here, he dies in a weird spot, and I'm able to get good, like, a good little hull down, because of him. Udez drives behind me. I don't really know why he didn't, shoot me in the ass, but, still gonna pick up easy shots on the leopard whenever I can, because, digging tanks out of there is not fun, and then he chooses to overpoke like that, probably to poke on the Progetto that's over here, which is, fine by me, I guess, I'll take it. I see the brass get lit. I still don't want to take a shot on that. I see the leopard driving down. I want to take a hit, and then that leopard chooses to overpoke a lot, and I'm able to pick up the kill for it. 6.8, 700 assist. Kind of backed into a corner here because my help is taking a while to get here because they took forever to, kill a scorpion and such. And see leopard drive across, able to pick up the kill up to 7.2 with 5 kills. There isn't really much I can do now because all of them are starting to really close in on me, and this is a problem with the Minnow of not having a fully rotating turret of it's very very easy to get flanked, and I can't really poke on him because he's a one shot, and unfortunately I don't know what shot him. I think it might have been it's a shame because all of these guys except for the Coons, I don't remember the Coons alpha off the top of my head, but all of them are one shot to him, and one of them just so happened to lower, which is really unfortunate. And the Udez peeks out on the other side and gets the kill. Admittedly, I could have tried to poke on the PTA and get the kill when I first saw him get shot and drive into this corner. It's a bit of a mistake on my part, but I don't know. I can't really complain when I killed all 3 of their tier 10 tanks and neutered their city push when they had an E3 versus a Minnow, and arguably, well, I'd say arguably, but a Type 4 and an M6Y are better than a 5100, especially where that 5100 went, but I don't think they're better than a Tiger Mouse. Then again, the Tiger Mouse and 5100 chose to play middle, which, whatever. But I did enough in the city and helped us win the city so that when the Leopards fell back to this corner here, they didn't have, complete impunity. And I was able to still, obviously, get shots on them and spot them and such. But the play that I did, and obviously getting, the 7K and just dominating city, was enough, really, for us to win. And did enough so that even when I died, we still had a really good chance to win because, it was 4 tanks versus 2. But, yeah, I feel like I played that well. I could have played that better at the very end with, not... Obviously not side scraping and taking a hit from the E3 to get the kill for him, obviously, but I could have also driven out to the PTA. I could have driven out to the PTA earlier to kill him and make sure that crossfire is non-existent, and then hopefully maybe get a bounce from the Yuta 16. Doesn't really matter. It's still a good game at the end of the day. 7.2, 7.9 combined, 5 kills. That's still a solid game, but there's just little things that I kind of wish I improved on. But yeah, let's go check the end plates. All right, 7.2, 5 kills. First class because, I was shooting at lower tiers most of the time, except for the Leos and the E3. High caliber, uh, 5 kills, 1.2 base. Shout out to the UDES for making the decent play of flanking behind me, killing my help, and putting me in a crossfire. Um, and regards to the profits, still made what is it, 40K shooting full gold because had a booster and because of holiday ops. The holiday ops is really really nice because you make profit at tens for shooting full gold. Uh, because I'm a filthy gold spammer and all that. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. Do all the cool YouTube stuff, like, comment, subscribe, and all that. Let me know down below if you guys want to see more Minnow or want to recommend another tank that I might have. Just let me know. Um, and yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later.